Tom Nook is a relatively universally recognizable face. His tanuki features, his harsh business tactics, and his consistent grind for mass exploitation of residents, as well as over-expansion following an extremely ruthless capitalist likeness, has landed him in the internet no-no zone. But Tom Nook, like a lot of things, can be looked at from a different angle than this. We could choose the egotistical, heartless businessman hell-bent on a profit through some domineering reliance, or we could look into something else entirely. Why don't you join me as we go down a small rabbit hole of an age-old practice used by the manipulative to wring out the desperation in the working class: indentured servitude, something that Tom Nook bases his entire fortune and capitalist expansion on. Is Tom Nook really a bad guy, or is he just a good businessman trying to pull out the maximum potential of each client he gains? Indentured servitude means an indentured servant or indentured labourer is an employee or indenturee within a system of unfree labour who is bound by a signed or forced contract, an indenture, to work without pay for the owner of the indenture for a period of time. The contract often lets the employer sell the labour of an indenturee to a third party. An example of this would be when Tom Nook sends you on random missions for other people, such as his sons, or for Bladders to create the museum. He's doing things in benefit to his grand scheme, but with the use of other people as a third party. Is this immoral? Yes, highly. But what are the benefits of the system? For one, it puts him in the situation of complete domineering reliance. You, the person who almost always comes into a village or an island or a town with little to no experience in the area, or a lack of preparation, gets always put into the situation where you have to rely on him. By doing this, it puts you into a never-ending cycle of indentured servitude, with him dangling the prospect of freedom ever constant, but always encouraging the player to make financial decisions based on good credit or an in good faith system. In New Horizons, he gives you the option to redeem your first loan with Nook Miles, a system he created in order to benefit the ecosystem and economy of the island by encouraging volunteer work. This directly benefits you, the island dweller, and your neighbours, but who gets financial gain from it? That's right, that rat bastard Tom Nook, because the more popular your island gets, means the more villagers will move there and be indebted to Tom Nook. New Horizons, for example, Tom Nook realizes that you're the only sorry sod that can get anything done around there, running around desperately trying to create a better life for everyone else, picking up branches, setting up a campfire, while the others just laze around and sit down on the floor, maybe go pick some cherries, take out their net and go catch a few bugs, latching on to this happy-go-lucky work ethic. He elects you as the resident representative, where you have no choice but to get things done, otherwise you'd still be living in a tent in squalor. The basic premise is that it's a continuous cycle of dependency on his monopoly. Nook Real Estate, Nook Construction Consultations, Nook Getaway Island Package, Timmy and Tommy's Furniture Gaffer Extraordinaire. He has the connections of everyone, of the Able Sisters, of Bladders, and of course of Dodo Airlines. But Jake, you may ask, he doesn't charge any interest on any of his products or packages. Yeah, I know, that's the point. He doesn't need to. You're too busy being the money maker, that he only needs the bare minimum of cash coming out of you. Did you notice for each room he gives you, he charges exponentially more than the last time? Is there a size difference on any of these rooms? No. You're a placement of vulnerability, and you've proven yourself as the willing. You are the main cog in Tom Nook's scheme. There is no indentured servitude without your compliance.